Hello, everybody. My name is Natalie, Ameline, and I'm a decentralization coordinator with Metis DAO Foundation. I'm new. Thank you for coming here. Elena, my friend over here, and I came all the way from Canada, and we are very excited about the growing Metis presence in the Korean market. And we would like to talk to you about what Metis has to offer for businesses, for individuals, and how you can get involved. But before we go there, I would like to tell you a little bit about what Metis is. Metis is a layer 2 solution built on Ethereum. And from the very first moment, it was the idea and the vision for the Metis was to build a platform which will help the vision of Ethereum to scale and to become decentralized. So Metis has been working very hard on that. And we're building a platform that we believe is built for businesses with high throughput, low transaction fees, high security, a robust infrastructure that with 100% uptime, very strong security guarantees. And we're hoping that we can become a home for everybody. If you are a business, we would love for you to come and deploy your projects on our network. In fact, we just recently launched a massive grants incentivization program that designed specifically for projects who wants to integrate with Metis. If you are an infrastructure provider, then we welcome you to become one of our sequencer nodes. We just launched the decentralized sequencer pool, and we would love you to be a node and get a share of the sequencing revenue as a reward. If you are a liquidity provider, again, we have a home for you. You can participate in our staking program that secures our network and get your rewards this way. And of course, take the advantage of our DeFi programs. If you're just an individual, we would love you to come and explore and see where the journey takes you on Metis. But as I mentioned, we would love to be a home for everybody and welcome everybody. So when we started the Metis, we, from very beginning, thought about the importance of decentralization. And when we think about decentralization, we normally think about the blockchain technology and the role it plays in ensuring that blockchain is secure. However, there is another aspect of it, and that is a person-people aspect. And that's where I would like to speak about today. And I will leave the technology side to Elena, and she will share later on what progress we are making with decentralizing our technology. So we are looking at the governance solutions out there, and we think that for our ecosystem, when we build our governance, we would like to address a couple of things that we see as a problem. So first problem is voter apathy. Probably some of you know, some maybe not, but there was a recent research which was done about the DAO participation and voting. And what the research found is that, on average, across the different DAO ecosystems, only 20% of voters participate. And that is a pretty low number. For comparison, if you think about the recent US election, the participation rate was 53% for it, which seems like a pretty a low number, but in comparison to 20%, it's almost double. So we definitely need to create incentivization incentives in the protocol that will keep participants actively engaged and will encourage participation versus just a passive speculation. Second problem is when we look at the voting, there was another analysis done by the Chainlink protocol. And what was found is that when the people vote, And they looked at the voting distribution, voting power distribution across many participants. What they found is that almost 90% of the voting power was concentrated in the hands of less than 1%. Again, not very democratic. And I know that many are working on improving that, but this is something that definitely needs to be addressed to, in our vision, in our protocol, in our ecosystem, as we would like for it to be a little bit more democratic than that. So the way we're thinking about it right now, and we will be, of course, experimenting because we're all growing and we're adopting different strategies, and we need to adapt on the way. So what we'll be trying out as our initial approach is a system where we have two layers of the governance, one being commons, where participants can join into the interest groups and thus beef up their voting power to amplify it and make it as a counterbalance to versus the whale vote. Secondly, we also will have a second tier mechanism participating in the same governance structure, which is the EcoNodes. So EcoNodes in Metis is essentially established businesses. We currently have 5, but we'll be looking to add more. And these businesses have a proven track record and the proven commitment to the long-term success of our ecosystem. So the EcoNodes will be in charge of evaluating and assessing the proposals as it relates to the governance, and thus creating alternative, maybe let's call it the another test for the governance mechanism, and making sure that we're taking the balanced decisions and solutions. So that's the plan for now. And I would like to pass it along to my friend Elena over here, and she will talk to you about how we're approaching the technology decentralization and what we've been able to accomplish so far.
Thank you. Thank you, Natalia. Round of applause, please, to Natalia. Yeah, you guys not used to probably having 2 speakers on the stage, so better get used to that. My name is Elena Sinelnikova. I am a co-founder of Metis, and also I'm a decentralization coordinator, as well as Natalia, for the Metis Foundation. Metis Foundation is represented currently with 5 businesses, and we call it EcoNodes, decentralized businesses, which are Metis Layer 2, ZKM, Chorus, Nuvo, and P1X. Remember them. Today I'm going to talk about the problem that we as foundation and also as a group of businesses encountered over the last year. Everyone claims that Ethereum is decentralized. But is it? According to the rival networks, about 80% and now even more of Ethereum transactions are on the layer 2 networks. And it's supposed to be like that, and it's true, according to L2Bit. The problem is that on the current stage of the development, layer 2 networks are centralized. This is just a reality. For those of you who, and guys, I know that you probably are very savvy in crypto and in blockchain, but for those, I would like to remind you, what is layer 2 network? Layer 2 is a scalability layer where we have a server that called sequencer, and this is kind of like a heart of the layer 2 that bundle up transactions and saving them to the layer 1, which is Ethereum. So a sequencer is like a heart. And currently, almost all layer 2 have only one heart, only one sequencer. Why is this bad? So first of all, it is a single point of failure. It means that If the sequencer is down, that heart is down, the whole network is down. And unfortunately, even the largest, the best layer 2 networks experience that misfortune. And at that time, users basically are paralyzed, and applications too, they cannot do anything. When the layer 2 develops further, we might be able, to withdraw money from the layer 2 if the sequencer is down, but currently not. Second, single sequencer makes it a very attractive target for the hackers. Because, of course, if you can get hold of sequencer and control the sequencer, you control the whole network. Networks that run on a single sequencer model also are acting like as a corporation, hoarding all the transaction profit to themselves, and therefore creating the opportunity for corruption. Right now, it manifests in the transaction censorship and also in sandwiching transactions. So they can actually order and reorder transactions in terms of when you're doing the swap. They can take a maximum extract the maximum profit. Therefore, kind of stealing money from you, which is not good. Also, the trust dependency. So now, as the layer 2 networks are basically corporations, we have to trust money to the corporations. When I personally entered into that space, I was excited about that we now trust technology and not businesses, not corporations. But that, unfortunately, is not a reality right now. Regulatory, and I really hope that regulators are not here in this room, and I hope they're not. So guys, keep it a secret, because it is very easy to actually take control over the layer 2 if it has only, one heart. Impose some case against the layer 2, take control of seize the sequencer operation, and you can bring the whole layer 2 network down, which is bad. And if you do it to many of those, the whole market is going to crash, and therefore we are very vulnerable. So it's a big problem. So all that actually means that Ethereum currently on this stage of the layer 2 development is just a bunch of decentralized corporations that we trust, which is not what we want in the future, of course. So, I would like you to read, and now I know that you are all building, and some of you probably are building layer 2s. So, if you would like to build layer 2s, consider decentralizing, please. And these are the reasons why to decentralize. And decentralize. And one more time for the people in the back. No. Metis Foundation, when we planned to build our own layer 2, we planned this decentralization from the very beginning. And we walk in this path so other layer 2s can actually step in our shoes if they choose to, and I hope they do. So we completed intensive rounds of testing with our new decentralized sequencer networks, and we implemented now the alpha network and now start adding decentralized sequencers into the Metis network, therefore becoming a first fully decentralized optimistic rollup layer 2. For the security, and that is also applies if you build in layer 2 and you are having gas fee as your token, you can have the holy trinity of utility. One token for the gas fee, one token for governance and security, because that's how you can use, that's how you can secure your sequencer, your hearts, by staking on a proof of stake model. Also, you can scan QR code to review our architecture. We are using sequencer pools that when the sequencer take in turns for maximum efficiency and also for the 100% uptime. And we're decentralizing not for just a sake of the decentralization. Of course, we're tackling all those 6 reasons that I told you.
Yeah.
But also we believe that this will drive the mass adoption. So how it will work? We announced, and in the current market it's about $500 million in incentives and the grants. And 2/3 of these incentives are going towards a sequencer mining. With 20% guaranteed reward rate for the sequencer that operates in the first year. For the community at large, it will mean to be involved in the staking through liquidity staking providers, which are coupled with decentralized sequencers. And therefore, we're going to go beyond this, corporate corruption and do the revenue sharing for the whole community and securing the network at the same time. We have, of course, the sequencers that we start working with, but if you are an infrastructure provider, we would like you to join and apply to be one of the sequencers. Our community will vote and select the best ones for the job. And for the rest of you builders, we have quite substantial amount of funds in grants. So therefore, all of this will be distributed to the builders. So please apply for the grant today, or you can also talk to our representative here in Korea. We have a team in Korea. We have Christine Choi. Christine, yes, you can talk to Christine about the grant as well. And once you are on the Metis Layer 2 network, you also will be eligible for our revenue sharing for the projects, which basically kick out the revenue to the projects according to the amount of the transactions they do on the network. We call it a builder mining. And after we finish with the implementation of decentralized sequencer, our EcoNodes ZKM will provide for the Metis Layer 2 another competitive advantage, which is a hybrid rollup. Which means that Metis Layer 2 will still be operating as the optimistic rollup, but you will be able to withdraw money earlier than 7 days using a ZK-proof technology. So it is a hybrid rollup, optimistic together with ZK. And before I go, our ZKM EcoNode have a wonderful innovation and entangled rollups. You can check out a QR code, the white paper. So now you will be able to, with an entangled rollup, to stake money. Like, let's say you have a Bitcoin on your Bitcoin. Without withdrawing that Bitcoin, you will be able to stake this Bitcoin on Ethereum or any layer 1, layer 2, Arbitrum, Optimism, wherever you choose, without withdrawing this money. Check it out. This is very cool technology that is solving 2 problems: the scattered liquidity between all the chains and also the bridge insecurity. So the bridge insecurity will not be a problem anymore with that technology. My name is Elena Sinelnikova, and I'm here to tell you about how we make Ethereum decentralized again. And I also invite you to talk to us at the booth, talk to us on X, and also make a history with us of this next level of decentralization. Thank you very much.